All sports talk shows are the same, right?
I am bothered by everything.
You gotta go back to football school.
The goal of this guy, it's just immeasurable.
Wrong. In a world filled with talking heads more interested in their own celebrity than actually knowing the sports world, it's hard to find the people who really care about sports first. Look no further. Wire to Wire has it all covered. These guys have the knowledge and the cred to back up their opinions. No hot takes to get attention, just straight up opinions. Know anyone else who correctly called the 2020 World Series and March Madness? How about 70% on the NFL and NCAA football last year? You don't. Bottom line, these guys know their shit. They aren't doing it for attention, they're doing it for passion. Wire to Wire, live every Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern, only on Toxic Radio and wherever you find podcasts. Does the real world seem unsatisfying?
It's boring, but it's part of my life.
Well, time to level up and reboot reality. Join Toxic Mike and Demonoid as they explore the ever-evolving world of virtual reality and everything it has to offer. Whether you're just starting out or you've been there from the beginning, Reboot Reality will introduce, educate, and guide you to the best in VR. Find it wherever you get podcasts, at toxicradio.net or on the free Toxic Radio app. Reboot Reality. Log in and get immersed. Hey, miss an episode of Relationships 101? Don't sweat it. We got you covered. You can catch up on episodes on the Toxic Radio app, toxicradio.net, or wherever you get podcasts, like iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, and Odyssey. And don't forget to follow John on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Remember, just like any relationship, communication is key. Keep in touch.
Oh my gosh, that beat is so sexy. Y'all know what that do to me. That gets me in the mood. Okay, I want to welcome everybody tonight. We are back in the building for another episode of one of the hottest podcasts, relationship podcasts in the game today, Relationships 101. And my man to the right of me, he's Philly's own, Mr. Wild and Out himself, the doctor's assistant, Supreem, the resurrector. We back in the building tonight. I call us the Monday night needle movers of Toxic Radio.
Yeah. Sound like John.
Definitely feels good to be back tonight. Definitely feels good to be back tonight.
Yeah, it's all good, all good. It's like, seems like we, it's like I'm missing time or something. Was we here last week?
He was here last week.
Okay. I'm bugging. I'm like, did we was here that? What was the time? You know, it's like a lot of these going down in history. You know what I'm saying?
No, we was definitely here last week. I want to thank all my lovers in the building tonight, online. Yes, let's keep this thing flowing tonight. I want everybody to like and share this tonight because it will be epic tonight.
And share.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Okay. I was talking to Supreme. We will be throwing out some invitations soon. We're going to bring back Man Cave.
Man Cave.
Yes, Man Cave. And we have 3 available seats, so 3 brothers will be getting invites to see if they could join us and bring that epic show back out once again. What's going on, Laura? What's going on, Gene? Mike Check. Tiana Benton, Marie Robinson, Brad, Jamie, everybody. I appreciate y'all in the building watching. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's get into the first story because we have a lot of people that tune in just for the stories. You know something, too? I'm going to give a shout out to a coworker told me that him and his wife, started watching us, and she loves it.
Good.
And it really touched my heart. They go by the name of the Bellas. The Bellas. And it touched my heart only because demographic-wise, they're an older couple.
Right.
And when they watched the show, I was like, wow, that really meant a lot to me. I just picture, everyone, a younger crowd, but, when we hit all ages and all, like I said, demographics,
Right.
like we're doing something. I was like, wow, that meant a lot to me. I told him, hey, watch tonight because it's going to be a good one.
You're making headways, my brother.
We're doing it together, brother. All right, we're starting off first. Story is from Dave out of East Orange.
East Orange, New Jersey. Shout
Yes,
out.
indeed. He says, I have a crush on my beautiful coworker. We go out to lunch almost on a daily. We talk on the phone a lot, and I will admit that I've drugged my feet to actually make my move. Today, I saw her get picked up from work by a man. I don't know the situation, but I do need to do something now. Any suggestions?
You better stop dragging your feet because you'll be beating your meat.
All I'm going to say is this. When you see something you want, you make a move on it. Don't play around with that thing now because that brother know what he doing. He taking her to work.
Yeah.
I'm picking her up. Strong chances he took her to dinner that night and knocked that thing down before they went to bed. So,
yeah, you might be too late.
yeah, you in that it sounds like you in that friend zone. That friend zone.
If she ain't made no move or call you her work husband.
Oh, I forgot about that.
If you just
Joanne
a friend,
Rosario, what's going on, lady?
tell her go to this closet.
Laura Rose said, nice freestyle, Preem. Well,
Thank
you better put your moves on this young lady immediately.
Yeah.
As soon as you see her that day, you better come in with breakfast for her. You might even want to come in with some flowers.
And say, look, you've been playing around too long.
That's right.
I got some feelings for you.
That's right.
Knock that homie out the box.
If you got to, take her hand. Put her in your midsection. Let her know, hey, you feel that? That's real.
That's my heart.
That's my heart beating.
You gonna get the boy some corny ass lines. Let me have your hand.
No.
Let me put it on my heart.
No, first of all, I mentioned penis. I said
You wanted to go down there.
Yeah,
you wanted to go low. I ain't
yeah,
want to see now. Then you going to HR.
Yeah, you getting fired. Yeah.
And at that point, you might as well go for it all. Grab
I
a
didn't
titty.
get charges pressed on you, so don't do that. Don't do that. No, just tell her. Tell her how you feel. You tired of bullshitting around. Because that friend, let me tell you something. Everybody want to be end zone dancing. If this weather getting warm, shit, everybody want to be end zone dancing.
Yeah, friend zone is quite.
Not the place you want to be right now. Them
Quite
sundresses about to
cold.
break out.
Yeah, you get when we get the end zone where it's hot at. So yeah, make your move. Don't hesitate. Tell her how you feel. But my main thing, be truthful and see where it goes. I mean, you don't get a yes or a no. Nothing beat a dare but a try.
Better believe it. So, what you do is you go to work. Wear your heart on your sleeve for once. Stop all that friendly shit. Nah. Say how you feel and what you want.
That part about it. Unless she really into him, that shit might turn her off. Like, I don't think of you like that. You like my little brother. I've heard that a lot. You know what I mean?
Well,
because I've been trying to be too friendly. I've been too.
Don't know until you.
But you got to go for it. I've went for everyone that I wanted to be with. As far as my sister, home girlfriends, homie, we still friends because they said no. But ain't like I ain't shoot my shot.
I will say this.
New single coming soon.
I don't know who that dude is picking her up, but
might be a brother.
If he's the boyfriend, he's driving away laughing at that dude.
Yeah, it might be her brother.
I got what you want.
The bad part is she probably go home and tell him, yo, this guy. Take me to lunch every day, and we
and the boyfriend is probably like, good. I ain't got to give you no damn money for lunch.
But see, he might get a little jealous. That's probably why he started taking her to work. Like, or he's somebody taking you to lunch every day. Let me start dropping your ass off.
Yeah, you gonna eat with me for now,
so they can see who you messing with. Get out the car, flexing.
Tell that motherfucker you on a diet. You gonna eat with me today.
Yeah, you don't need to eat, but you got to go for it, bro. Don't get intimidated by the other guy because all you're doing is just telling her how you feel. And if it's no. It's no. Go back to the friend zone. Don't change up on her, man, because she probably really like you as a friend. And you might want to keep it. And you never know. Boyfriend might mess up, and she going to slide right into your DM. You dig?
I hate to sidetrack this, but I am looking at myself, and I am actually feeling myself tonight. I'm looking rather good on this TV screen. Anyone curious? This is H&M Spring Boys line, okay? Yeah. But
I got my same old toxic shit. I wore this 3 days. But I'm funky fresh in the flesh.
Let's see what the lovers had to say. All right, Lord Rose said, Preem, hashtag bestie. She dying out laughing. Shout out to my boy Joe Turner. Hey, anyone that's into video gaming, you want to check out his Twitch channel. It's JT Gaming 0177 on Twitch. If you're a gamer, that's the place you need to be. Okay, we have a Kathleen Marie Rowan. What's going on? I appreciate you. That's the first time I'm noticing that name, so I appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you'll continue to do so. She says, I have no clue what all the pound signs and words are. I saw it on your dad's stuff, and you kids, I'm clueless. Don't feel bad. I don't understand half that shit either, so we in the same gang.
Hashtag the pound and words.
Yeah.
I thought I was.
We about to take a trip to South Carolina, and we have a letter here from Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Carrie says, I'm in a big jam. I met this guy a while ago and slept with him on a first date and again on a second date. After about 2 weeks of heavy sex nonstop, he acted like he wasn't interested anymore. I just found out that I'm pregnant. So when I went to discuss it with him, turn this page.
Yeah, turn the page. Hurry up. Quick.
He tried to act like he didn't remember me. And when I told him I was pregnant, his reply was, kill it. I'm hurt, pissed, and embarrassed. What do I do?
You
better stop fucking on that first date. That's what you better stop doing.
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with your first date fucking, but you got to get your protection together.
True. Hold up. Let me take that statement back. There is nothing wrong with fucking on the first date. Just make sure you got protection.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself.
I don't want to send mixed signals now. Anyone that want to sleep with someone on the first date, A-okay with me.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, just you gotta check. You gotta think of your future. You don't know the guy, and you don't know what's he like with kids. If he ready for kids, you don't know his last name barely. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing you want to do is make hot and heavy sex unprotected and get pregnant, because you're gonna get a reaction like this unless it's a true blue soldier. Like he coming like, yo, we messed up, but I'm here. My social security number is blah, 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 whatever.
Shit,
we gonna be exactly. So right there, you just don't even want to put yourself into that situation, because you're gonna get that look of, hey man, it wasn't me. I don't know who you is. Whatever. You better kill it. And that's like cold, but it's kind of like the bed that you made. So you really gonna have to lie.
It's gonna be
an uphill battle to get this situated. Even if you got to make the decision of an abortion, you're probably gonna be alone. And you probably gonna have to pay for it yourself. And
that's not funny, but
it's not. But and if you have it, you're gonna have to do a lot of battling in court. You're going to get some blood tests. You're gonna have to and you're more than likely gonna win. And he's gonna have to pay.
Hold up now.
Child support.
I gotta. Let's see what the lovers have to say. Then I have something to say to that.
Yeah.
Okay, Gene, Wire to Wire Sports Podcast. Anyone that's into sports, you need to be watching that. Now, I'm very proud of what me and Preem do. I call Wire to Wire the #1 podcast on Toxic Radio. We're #2, but, hey. But it is. Anyone that's into sports, you need to be watching that podcast. So shout out to Gene. Gene says, of course not. He got the milk for free. No need to buy the cow. Laura Rose said, whoa.
Ooh.
Kathleen Rowan says, run. Laura Rose said, I agree with Preem. Tiana Benton says, make your way downtown.
Yeah.
Kathleen says, protection. I know I've had 7 children. Laura Rose says she got a decision to make. Kathleen says, yes, but run from that ass hat. Laura Rose agree with mommy. Marie Robbins says, who would want a kid by someone they don't know?
Yeah.
Kathleen says they still have Roe versus Wade in New Jersey. So far, an insurance will pay for an abortion if you have insurance. See, you have options.
Yeah.
Now, you said that there could be, she would have to take him to court and strong chances she would win. Let me say this, because when I read the story, I have to bring this question up. If you slept with him on a first date, how many other people have you slept with on a first date? True. Now, I'm not trying to tear her character down or anything, but that's not ordinarily something that people do. You see it a lot on Lifetime movies, but that's not something ordinarily people do on a first date. Now, I've tried several times on first dates, and no, it has not happened. But I'm just saying, if you're doing that on the first date, and she said even on the second date, and from the second date, it went on to 2 weeks straight having sex. So if you're doing that to someone that you know, let's face facts. When you meet a person, before you got on that first date, you're normally talking for, what, a week or two?
Possibly.
Yeah. So really, you didn't know each other at all. He was practically a stranger.
So you barely know his last name.
Right. You had some good conversation. Brad says she can have the baby if she wants, but that guy will not be around. I agree. Marie Robinson said exactly. She know what I'm talking about. Kathleen says that's a low blow. No. See, we got to think about this realistically. Oftentimes we want to save people's feelings, but the truth is not always a kind thing. It's what's needed, but it's not always a kind thing. And when you see behavior like this, well, it's worth discussing, because if you're sleeping with someone on the first date like that, and then on the second date, well, it makes me wonder, how many other people have you slept with like that? There's behavior in this young lady that, you know, needs discussing, and needs to come to a halt, because it's got her jammed up here.
Because second date, third date, you don't really take off the rubber till, you know what I mean, you really get to know somebody. Because if you're going to do it on the first date and you probably maybe have done it before, see, I'm thinking maybe that first date dick probably just turned her out.
Hold up now. Kathleen says sometimes a little strange now and then with protection. I like the way you think, but I'm just playing. I'm just messing.
No, you ain't.
Brian said they had sex for 2 weeks and he didn't recognize her. Must have had it doggy style.
No, I think he just when after the milk.
That sounds like missionary sex
after
right
you,
there.
After you get the milk, memories fade away sometimes.
Yes.
For the POS.
Well, I actually read that after a hard ejaculation, you lose a little bit of memory.
Yeah, I lost a lot of memory.
Yeah. So maybe they had sex.
Yeah, I can see
Kathleen said.
My memory fades me.
Did Laura hear that? Hilarious. Crystal King is watching. My girl, what's going on? But I'm serious. I did read that after a hard ejaculation, men have a tendency of losing a little bit of memory.
I came so hard one time, I forgot my damn name.
Yeah, it happens.
Start with a J or S or something. Who am
Anthony Austin is watching. Speaking from experience, I'm going to tell you right now. I remember one time I ejaculated so hard in the shower, I forgot whose crib I was in.
Why these tiles don't have J on them?
Whose house am I in?
Whose house? Run house.
What's going on, Crystal? Oh, my gosh. Okay, let's get back. Oh, well, hold up now. Did we help her?
I think so. Well,
I think we did help her.
You just got to go. You got to prove paternity and,
yes.
And get ready to fight.
Yes.
Or get your little 250 together or your insurance.
I don't know how much abortions are, but
250.
Okay. Well, you better scrape that up.
I don't know if they went up or down, but
take it out the rent money or do whatever you got to do.
In my day, it was 250. No.
Well, make it 260.
300.
No, make it 260, 250 for the abortion, and $10 for a pack of rubbers, because you better start using them.
And also, without a shadow of a doubt, invest in some Plan Bs if you're gonna be on some first date. First date and 2 weeks afterwards,
yes.
You need you some Plan B. And all you do
what's those things they put up in women now that's like protection for like 3-4 years or something?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but it's an insertion.
Okay, we got some comments here from the lovers. Marie Robertson says, and you don't know what kind of parents they will be. Who knows if the man wants to be a father? A child should have 2 loving parents. It's a bitch paying for a kid that you don't want for 19 years, depending on the state. Ooh, that's a damn good comment right there, yeah.
Everybody wanted that fight. That's fighting. That's a dumbass fight, man.
Better believe it. Tiana Benton says get about 500.
Oh, yeah, 250 was my half.
Okay. Kathleen says, no, not really. They were explicit, and it made me blush. Okay. Thank you.
IUD.
Thank you, Kathleen. IUD, I appreciate you. Yes, that's what it's called. She better get an IUD and run with it.
IUD and the 2 Plan Bs, and you should be good to go.
Yes, you should. Okay. We got to keep this thing rolling.
Sorry.
We're going to move into Nandy because this story here is a segue into our topic tonight, interracial relationships. Okay. She says, I once dated a half Dominican, half Puerto Rican guy. Half Dominican, half Puerto Rican guy.
That's a mix and a half.
That's a mix and a half, yes.
Damn, that's a crazy drink.
Yes. Things were going well. So he suggests that I come home to meet his parents for dinner. His mother was very pleasant and welcoming. She asked questions about how we met, my family, and my upbringing. When his father came home, he didn't say much. Excuse me, I need me a damn drink of water. This is what happens when my daughter's not with me, but okay. The father came home and basically asked what I was going to school for, and that was it. After dinner, the room got very tense. The father broke his silence saying, I know you think you're dating my son, but this stops now. My son simply cannot date a Negra. Thank you.
Oh. And he's a Spanish nigger.
My boyfriend was in shock and didn't say a word. His mother began cussing at her husband and apologizing to me. I grabbed my bag and told my boyfriend, it's over, we're done. I walked home and called my brother crying. Thank you, Michael, for the water.
You're welcome.
Laura Rose said, Jesus.
That's rough. The sins of the father.
Kathleen says, still all Hispanic.
Yeah, I'm like, they brothers too, somewhat. I thought maybe she was
just
white
from different
or something.
sides of town, I guess.
But either way, it's still, I don't know if she should have ran. Maybe she shouldn't.
Oh, she should have left. She should have left.
I mean, I'm saying, but they both should have left. I mean, if he really cared about it, he would have walked out.
If he cared for her in that relationship,
they walked out together.
Jean said, "Bitch, move for the dude not saying shit." Though I agree with you 1,000% on that.
He should have walked out.
If he cared for her, he should have stood up for his lady.
Yeah, like, Dad, shut the fuck up. Excuse me,
Dad, this my lady.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna talk to her like that.
That's my.
Jean said, Brad said $2. Jean said, "You better have that girl's back immediately." Antonita Austin says, my dad didn't want me to date a Puerto Rican. I did it anyway on the low.
Yeah, but your dad ain't berate that man. And, you know what I mean? Like, he probably told you how he felt.
Right. She was humiliated.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She was humiliated.
The mom and the son should have comforted her.
Marie Robinson says some parents have a lot of control over their kids, which is true.
Mom dug in his ass, though.
Yeah, the mom came out and did the right thing.
Right.
She cussed the dad out and apologized to the young lady. I still say it was a cowardly move on the son not to say anything.
Yeah, he should have walked out with her. That should have, like, look, I'm sorry. And if they really wanted to be together, like, it's one thing, like Nita said, her dad said that. It's different with guys and girls. Mm-hmm. When you the son, man, you the man. You control your relationship,
your own life, your destiny.
You control
everything.
who you date, unless like I said, unless you're a punk ass. You're a punk ass, and you did the right move. Get out of that house because he's a punk ass, and you don't want to be dating no punk ass poop butt that's scared of his father as a grown ass man.
Because he's gonna control your relationship.
Exactly. He gonna come over. He gonna be ignorant. He gonna talk about you like a dog from A to Z, and the son just gonna look there like a dumbass. So you did the right move. Go, move on. Get you somebody with some true cojones.
There you go. Now
that's balls in Spanish.
Jean says, "Why on the low? Live life unapologetic."
Well,
and I agree with you on that.
Her father's mean. Her father, not mean.
She was scared too. Then
neither daddy wasn't nothing to play with.
she had the James Evans dad from Good Times,
and James Evans 3 James Evans brothers.
Antonita also says he didn't know about it, but he would have. Jane says, "Man, I wish I was there to speak on the issue. I know you was, and we're gonna have you back. We're trying to get Man Cave back up and running, so I'm gonna hit you up on that."
Yes, sir.
Laura Rose says, "If the parents feel like that, it's never going to work unless the child is willing to walk away from their parents." I can agree with you.
And there's only one parent, remember. Mama was cool.
She had the support from the mom. Oh my God, Nita's watching. I see you. Chime in. Okay, she had the support from the mom, so it was only one parent. It was the dad.
Yeah.
So the son could have still stood up for her because he had the support from his mom.
Yep.
And it's a shame too because they probably had a very, very, very beautiful relationship until then.
Till she found out he was a punk ass.
And they do it every time. But
Sit your bitch ass down and get that nigga out my house.
Your $5 ass down before I make change.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're going to dive into tonight's topic. Gene says if they love their child, their happiness needs to be the priority, number one. And I agree with that, too.
Eventually it gets there.
I have a question for you, Supreme.
Yes.
We're both fathers that have daughters. Would you be comfortable with your daughter in an interracial relationship?
If you can't use your comb, don't bring him home. No. No, that's what my mother used to say to me back in the day. But I can't be no hypocrite to neither one of my daughters. I have one daughter that's half white and another daughter that's half Puerto Rican.
Okay.
So daddy is all about the rainbow.
Okay.
And if you were, and the funny thing about it though, not to be ill though, you know, my daughter, my oldest is, you know, she grew up predominantly African American, for real.
Mm-hmm.
The older one is half Puerto Rican and half black.
Mm-hmm.
Her family that's Puerto Rican are very acceptive to, you know, we North Philly.
Right.
They basically black.
Okay.
That can speak Spanish. Now my youngest is half white, and she go to a pretty much all white school, and I'm just trying to introduce her to more black people. Be like, hey, how about Jerome? And she like, no, Steve is cool. I'll be like, and see, my fear, not fear, but I think she's going to be the one to bring home a white guy. But if he's cool, you know, my thing, respect him. I don't care what they did. It could be purple. If you don't put your hands on him and don't make him cry, because I'm going to make you cry. And my famous words to my daughter was, if somebody hurts you, I'm going to put their drawers in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just very protective of my children. So I don't care who they love or what color they are, especially in this day and age now. Interracial lines are nothing like they were maybe 10, 20 years ago.
We about to speak on it, brother.
Let's talk on it.
Okay, let me hit the last two comments before we dive into this.
Love is blind.
Laura Rose says, Gene, some people can't see the forest through the trees. And she also says her son's birth father was half black, half Cherokee. Well, now we're going to talk about interracial relationships. And this could be a hot button topic in a lot of households.
Yeah.
But the questions that, you know, I really have is, are they still difficult today in society? And are they still difficult in today's society? And or are they easily accepted? I don't know. I did a lot of research. Well, I did some research on it. I was shocked to find out that all the way up until 1960, interracial marriages were forbidden by law in 31 U.S. states.
All down south, right?
I didn't have time enough to write all the states down, but
it was
31 is the majority. We got 50 states. So
just think, the Loving decision, the couple that got married, they locked them both up for being in down south and having it. I think their ruling made it legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm saying before then, I guess this was the 50s, 40s, 50s, about maybe the 50s, that their relationship before then, in certain parts of down south, is illegal to be in a interracial relationship.
Right.
And the funny part about that is, like, all right, I'm gonna be real about this. I used to hate, you know, like the black girl can't go to the white guy house, or, you know, the guy, say the guy's rich father, they have a black maid, he falls in love with the black daughter. She can't, that's forbidden. Your father would have a bird. The wife would have a bird. I don't care how nice this woman is. I don't care how many diapers her mother cleaned, and she probably breastfed one of them. But they would kill him or kill her, or they would ban him from the money. They would just like, yo, you don't belong in this family anymore if you date this black girl, right?
Right.
But when they want to boogie down with us, they can come to Harlem and they can go down to all the black juke joints and have the time of their lives. You know what I'm saying? Mess with all the black girls they want, but you just can't bring them home and you can't bring them out in public. I thought that was I think that to me that was really unfair. Like far as the pressure of, yes, I'm white, I can come to your neighborhood, pick you up. If anything, the cruelty toward black women back then in the I'm looking at these things on Amazon Prime where the black girl get raped by teenage boys, white boys or whatever, or the doctor. One doctor raped his patient who was a black patient, and how they got off, and how they that was the norm to rape your black maid or to rape your slavery. The master had plenty of love making with the slaves and everything, but it's just what do you hate about a black woman that you can't bring her in public, but you can sneak into the slave quarters and cheat on your lily white mistress, wife that's going to get half of your money, then birth your kids, but you never sleep with her because you're always at the slave quarter. What's up with you teenage boys when y'all want to sow your wild oats? You go to the juke joint, so you go down to Harlem and we can't go nowhere uptown, or we can't go nowhere to the big house and parade ourselves as the girlfriend of the master or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just pissed me off for a long time. Like that's where it seemed like everyone had a problem with. Only people that really had a problem with interracial relationship is white folks, to me.
Okay, save that thought because this comment board is off the chain right now. So let me get to this. Kathleen says, never been there, did that. In memorial to Chris and my daughter Shannon as a mixed race child. Her dad is from Trinidad, but he's not involved much. My 14-year-old is a pansexual. I don't care what she brings home. If they are kind. I don't care what they bring up. They're kind. I get it. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be more. Mm-hmm. Laura Rose says, I've always said, I don't care what color or sex they are. I would love whoever loves my children and treat them right. Marie Robinson said, yup. Laura Rose said, isn't that sad, John? Yes, in this day and age, I truly do think it is sad. Tiana Benton says, I think it's more acceptable today. However, I think black men will be judged more for having a white girl. Mm-hmm. Marie Robinson said, parents can spot BS regardless of race. As long as they treat my kid right, I'm good. Laura Rose said, it really wasn't that long ago. Makes me so sad. And thank you. I thought the same exact thing. 1960 was not that long ago. I agree with you 1,000% on that. Kathleen says, I agree. Look at the commercials. Most are mixed race couples and kids. If you're a mixed race baby, sign them up for a commercial.
Are they pushing it?
They pushing it.
Cheerios.
Jane says, my ex from West Philly, I walk in any neighborhood. I get it. I got you, brother. Antonita Austin says, I never dated a white man. I was just never around any. But when they seem to fetish black girls instead of looking to be in a more serious relationship. Lauren Lee says, Supreem schooling. Lauren Lee says, I love my black queens. Kathleen said, did he say Lily White Laura? Lauren Lee says, I have you and you are correct. Antonita Austin says, my radicalism is rubbing off on him. Just joking. Yeah, boy, these comments is filling up. Jean says, I think I date exclusively outside my race. I haven't dated a white girl since. Jean also says, I don't even remember. Brad says, some girls consider me biracial, saying that I'm black from the waist down.
I'll get you.
Nah, they don't say that, Brad. I'm sorry. Laura Rose said, Lauren Lee, one white, one booty fool. He was missionary man, wasn't he? Man, he's getting bold.
He got 2-3 positions.
Yeah,
man.
he do.
He good.
Lauren Lee says, I'm in love with you, though. Don't tell Mike. Okay. Enough of the comments. Let's get back into this. I also did my research. It says that 15% of new marriages in the U.S. are interracial marriages. And I'm like, wow, only 15%? You would think it'd be a lot more.
I was thinking so, too, with all these little half-white black kids.
Right. Well, look, they're not married.
Yeah,
so
true.
I guess that makes sense. They're not married.
But my dad said, he used to always say, give it another 40 years, there's not going to be a black or a white. It's just going to be beige walking around. It's going to be a bunch of beige
Gonna have a bunch of Chris Browns walking around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, reason why you say it's not that long ago, because I was in I guess 1998, that was my last interracial relationship, but I was in a great relationship with a good girl.
Right.
And my mother was always the don't bring her home if she can't use your comb.
Right.
But my mom was like, yo, I really like this girl. This girl used to clean the house. She's just awesome, right? Mm-hmm. Fix breakfast. I ain't never had a girl fix me breakfast, and she made breakfast for me, and she just was really a good girl, man. Only thing, and it was me that messed it up. Not messed it up as far as cheating or anything, but as far as letting the pressure of society get to us. Her family accepted me. My family accepted her. We were good. I just had the feeling every time we went out, it seemed like a bunch of black girls had a bunch of daggers pointed at me and her. Like they was ready to kill me and they was ready to kill her. And it's all black girls. Because my fellas, all the guys be like, you got that white girl. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, you got that white girl. How is it? Does it smell different? Is it different? It's, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know how the brothers talk. But anyway, I couldn't deal with that pressure of, I felt like I was going to get one of us killed. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I mean, we broke up more about, you know, me being a musician than anything else in my time away. But the pressure of the sisters on me was horrible. Like, I gave up my black hood to go with this white girl, and I left all
selling
these
out.
sisters.
That's the term they used to use.
Yeah, and I left
Selling
all
out.
these sisters that are eligible and doctors and lawyers and ready to be married. But now, in the year 2022, it's more black women that's getting these white boys, and they are happy and living life. And I was like, well, where was all this support at 20 years ago? You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'll be the first one to say,
And you could never be no black athlete, because the first thing you do as a black athlete, when you get you a little white girl, I don't care if this white girl made you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sisters is going to be hot at you as being a black athlete, and the first thing you do is run and get a white girl, man. That was like the taboo thing, you know?
yeah. I mean, like I said, I'll be the first to say love has no color. You know, you can't help who you fall in love with. You can't help who you wind up with. So I'm a strong advocate for that. But I'm going to go into these comments because they're filling up like crazy tonight. Kathleen says that's a low number for mixed marriages. I do agree with you. That is a very low number. Laura Rose says, I've experienced that, Preem. The looks are terrible. Lauren Lee says, I don't think it's selling out if you date out your race.
Smart girl, Lacey B.
Okay.
Shout out to Lacey B.
Lauren Lee says, right, Preem, I'm going to get me a white boy.
Now it's cool. It's taboo. You better get your white boy
Well,
now.
Jane says, the hate you receive is in an interracial relationship is insane.
It's
I
crazy.
know it all too well. People just be open with their ignorance. They do. MT Nita Austin says, if she was a 10, sisters would have understood. Yuck, 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 yuck. Tiana Ben says, John, y'all better not judge me at the barbecue when I bring Tom. I ain't judging nobody. You like what you like. Now, I've had the honor or the pleasure, whatever one you want to call it. I've dated 2 white girls.
At the same time?
No.
Oh. I said use them.
I've dated 2 white girls, and one ended good and one ended bad.
Right.
I never forget the very first one I dated. She came, actually, we was living together, and she came home from work, and I was off that day, and I hadn't did the dishes.
Sound like one of them letters.
Still sitting in the crib. Still sitting in the sink. She comes home, and she saw him in the sink, and I think she was upset because I hadn't had anything made for dinner. So she might have been a little hungry and upset. So she said, and you ain't did the dishes all damn day? I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, this is my crib too. Hell no, I ain't doing that. I doing when I'm fucking ready. So I heard her plain as day said, lazy ass yeah. So I remember jumping up off the couch. I said, what? Say it again. Say it again.
She said the word?
She said the word, full-blown word.
With the ER? The hard R?
She said the ER, not the A. She said the ER.
God.
So, that stings a little more when they put the ER.
Oh, she might as well kick you in the nuts.
So, I remember telling her, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. That's how that ended. Now, my second interracial relationship, this young lady was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool. I mean, cooler than a fan. We had a good time. We laughed, talked, and everything. She fucked shit out of me. And I mean, I'm just saying, at that time,
You gotta add that in there.
at that time,
She ain't give a damn about a dish.
yeah, I mean, shoot, she was all right.
Fuck on the dishes.
She actually got sick of me. So, I mean, but, it was all right. So, like I said, I don't believe love has any color. It's you fall for who you fall for. And at the end of the day, it's how you treat each other.
Yeah.
It's society that has the hang up.
And that's because of
Ignorance.
Ignorance, racism, history.
Yes.
There's a lot of hurt going on in this thing going on with this interracial thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like somewhat some people will look at you like you dating the enemy. Like you date literally people would look at me like I was dating my slave master's daughter. I'm like, yo, that was 400 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But and like you said, 1960s not that long ago, man. And I mean, just equal rights in general. I think in the world today, where everything's so free and easy and acceptable, LBGTQPLMNOP.
Not the alphabet people.
Everybody is dating everything and everybody, and they got laws prohibited. This is the time, if you fall in love with any race, go for it. Because this is the time to really just be free with who you love. Because if they love you back and you love them, I don't care what color you are. Long as the dishes get done, you won't be called a nigga.
Hey, look, I don't care if you're white, black, plaid, or polka dot. If you got a tail or you fly,
Right.
if they treating you right, make that thing work. Now, let me go into the comments because the comment boards is on fire tonight.
Man,
okay.
You done picked the topic, brother. you thought this was going to be easy
Gene
picking.
says, damn, why I got to be Tom? LOL. Fucked up, LOL.
All right, Richard.
Kathleen said, trust me, it was a pleasure. Laura Rose says, Mike's mine. Tiana Benton says, I want to comment on this, but all I can do is disagree. Timmy Todd says, I'm Tim. That's close enough, right? Oh, Tiana. He said he ain't Tom, but he Tim. Hit him up. Antonita also says, okay. Kathleen said, hangry. Laura Lee says, LOL. I want you, not Mike. But if he has a cousin, seriously, link me, and I mean serious. James says, Timmy Todd, my man. Laura Rose says, oh, hell no. Antonita also says, wow, she was brave, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Tiana Beth says, I don't care. That's the only name I could think of at the time. Antonita also says, I guess I better put that on my bucket list. Kathleen says, where you guys been all my life? Loving your show. Oh, I appreciate you. Come on, this is just the beginning. You got to tune in for more and more and more. I told you, this is not like any other relationship podcast where you get the same rhetoric, the same stories, the same BS. It's like having missionary sex every night, and we don't do that here.
Nah, we in zone dance and
No,
all type of positions.
we're going to flip you over, spin you over, put you on your side, everything. That's what we do at Relationships 101.
Might even kiss it.
Laura Rose says, I'm Nita Austin. You got jokes tonight, Nita.
Yeah, Nita is sideways, sacrifice.
Nita says, it's who you find desirable. Laura Rose said, John. Laura Lee says, I sure will. I'm bringing Ben to the barbecue this summer. Tiana says, I dated a Josh, but I think he wanted to be down with a black girl. Laura Lee says, be his black queen. Timmy Todd said, I think most of the hate comes from older white/black folks. They must have a lot of baggage. Most people of this generation don't give a shit as long as there's a connection, be it physical or mental. Timmy Todd, I agree with you 1,000% on that. I really do. Kathleen says, can't wait. So we got to dig into some more facts here because this should have been a two-part because we have more stuff to go on here. Okay, 50 years later, interracial marriages after they became legal in the U.S., the amount of marriages increased by 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3% in 1967, and it jumped to 17% in 2015. So that says something there. Now, I'm going to give you some key things.
Go and get you some white chocolate, boy.
Kathleen says, you're hot, John. Oh, thank you. You trying to make a black man blush. Look at you. But
what I look like?
Settle down, Preem. Settle down. Things to know about an interracial relationship. We're going to give you some keys and things to flow off of.
White girls, put some mayonnaise in the potato salad.
I don't eat potato salad.
Season the grits up a little bit.
But the one, and Gene, chime in on this, buddy.
Go ahead.
Number one, the foundation of your relationship has to be as solid as a rock. Mm-hmm. It does. You have to be strong because you're going into an interracial relationship, something that, even though it was frowned upon in the 60s, is still frowned upon in this very day in this climate we live in. So you have to be strong. You have to be strong for each other because you're going to get the funny looks, the comments, the off-kilter jokes.
Out.
Right. You're going to get all that. So you need to be strong for each other.
Nigger lover.
But interracial relationships are not for the weak.
Only the strong will survive.
So you definitely need to be strong for each other. Now,
I was weak.
Number 2 is you have to be comfortable talking about race and a lot. And of course you do. You have to be comfortable talking about each other's race because it's 2 different worlds. So, yeah, I can agree with that.
Unless you had the white girl like I had. I had this white girl say the N-word more than me one time. I said, look, you can't call me that no more. I know you grew up in the hood and your hood as could be, but you are, at the end of the day, white. Please stop saying that word. You can say it around anybody.
Well, Laura Rose says, oh my gosh, Preem, no N-word.
Don't say it around me.
And Kathleen says, true story. Do you think I never dated a black man? I don't know.
Is she white?
Hold up. This Kathleen, you're Laura's mom, right? Oh, Mike put up the thumbs up. Okay.
I was like, is she white?
Deanna Ben says, just don't use the strong ER and we're good. The
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just so
I don't like the either. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Too many came at me at one time at one date. I said, this is too much.
But yes, like I said, Lauren Lee says, Kathleen ready to risk it all for John.
Hey, sometimes you got to go for what you want to go for. Pop, make your head pop off.
Jamie, if you want to say something, come on, get on the mic. Tiana Van says, Laura, I think your mom is shooting her shot.
Shoot your shot, shoot your shot, shoot
Sherry
your shot.
Moore's watching. What's going on? Laura Rose says, Lauren Lee, oh my God, someone tell my mom to keep it in her pants. Kathleen says, Laura Rose banned. Laura Lee said, yeah, Kathleen, get that ish.
And don't be blocking Laura.
Number 3, don't make assumptions about your partner based on their race. That's what stereotyping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you definitely don't want to do that.
Hey, honey, you want some fried chicken tonight?
Exactly. Fried chicken and grape soda.
I got some watermelon.
Right. You definitely don't want to do that, you know.
I'm going to wear blackface. I'm going to surprise her tonight.
It's like, yeah, you definitely don't
No, don't do that. Don't leave that.
Right.
Best way to get your ass kicked out the house.
And a relationship ending fast.
Yes.
And have a bunch of hurt feelings and make an enemy. So you definitely, Antonita also says, don't hate the cougar.
No, Lord. Ain't nothing wrong with a little older.
Laura Rose said, I'm fucking dying. Number 4.
Older strange.
It's helpful. Laura Rose says, everyone likes fried chicken.
Not me. No.
You know, she has a point. Everyone does like fried chicken.
I do.
I can't argue that one bit.
I do, but I hate watermelon.
I hate watermelon too, but I do love fried chicken.
Got to be fried right.
So if they fried it, I'm not going to think it's racist. I'm going to think she must have been reading my fucking mind. So that's all. That's all I'm going to say.
You got my mama recipe, girl.
Is it 11 original herbs and spices on that? So number 4 is it's helpful to know others that are in interracial relationships. If you have other interracial couples as friends, I think that is very helpful. It gives you outlets.
That's what was wrong with Tom and Helen Willis. They ain't had nobody to vent to on the Jeffersons.
But they had a mean-ass George Jefferson downstairs also. So
but that kept them strong.
They did keep him strong. They were solid as a rock because they dealt with his insults every episode.
Yep.
So that goes back to number one, your foundation being as solid as a rock. Tom and Helen Willis are prime examples of that.
Yes. I thought they were cute.
They were very cute. So, I mean, and little known fact, she wound up being Maxwell's mom.
Yep. No, Maxwell.
Lenny Kravitz. Sorry. Lenny Kravitz's mom. You're right. You're right.
Nita almost had a fit. She loved her some Maxwell.
Yeah, that was Lenny Kravitz's mom.
Lenny Kravitz. Yeah.
But
I like Lenny Kravitz too.
Number 5, you will forever be teaching and learning. And you will, because it's a cultural difference. Mm-hmm. So you will constantly be teaching and learning about each other's ethnic backgrounds. Yeah. So, these are some solid key points.
Great.
For an interracial relationship that people can use and take with them. Kathleen says, yes, don't hate the cougar. Marie Robinson says, I'm screaming. Damn, this show went by too fucking fast tonight.
But it was good.
It was good. We have 5 minutes left. And we have one more story to go to. So we have to dig in this. And Tanita also says, don't get me hot talking about Maxwell. Shit. Settle down. We ain't going to do that.
Didn't I tell you?
Yeah. Let's dig into this real quick. This is from B, and it just says down south.
There you go.
Okay.
Country.
Let me start by saying I'm not close with my family at all. So I met this guy, and we hit it off instantaneously. We had so much in common. We waited for a while before we slept together, and we made our relationship official. So he invites me over to a birthday party to meet his people. Mind you, we had just had sex 20 minutes before the party. So his family was nice. And of course, they asked me who my peoples was. So I tell them. And after about a few minutes of laughter, his mom says, you damn dummy, that's your cousin. Come to find out we're third cousins. But the question I'm asking is, does it make me wrong to want to keep seeing him? Because that dick was good.
Hey, at the second cousin, go for it.
Hey! Nitra Green, what's going on? I appreciate you watching. Marie Robinson said, Lord.
Yeah, that's for the I'm going to leave that to the chat. Because me personally.
Chat chime in. Should she stop screwing her third cousin?
Because the point of it is she didn't know. It ain't like
Marie Robinson says, that's disgusting. Antonita Austin said, ew.
Ain't like
Laura
that.
Rose said, oh my. Sherry Moore said, what the fuck? Kathleen said, oh my, too much info. Lauren Lee says, that's country as hell. Laura Rose says, not again. Joanne Rosario goes like this. So Sherry Moore says, what in the Jerry Springer?
Yeah.
Antonita Austin said, just use protection so you don't have children. Laura Lee says, yes. Kathleen says, hell yeah, no choice. Lauren Rose says, Laura Lee, it really is. Lynn, Omnish Ish Lusby, what's going on, girl? She said, definitely not with the cousin.
Laura Lee is just as freaky as I am. I don't know what. I must rub off on her.
Now, I'm going to say this. In no way, shape, or form, in this universe or any other, should you fuck your cousin.
No.
I don't care if it's first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. Don't fuck your cousin.
Fifth
okay?
is cool. No.
No.
Just joke. They jokes.
Fuck Thanksgiving all up. And cancel Christmas. Not with the cousins.
But if you didn't know,
they didn't know until this gathering.
Right, let me tell you something.
And she's asking because the dick was good.
Because in Chester, the guys got so many kids. Like that, it's like guys in Chester got like 20 kids. So you bound to somehow, some way meet your cousin somewhere and you mess around and crack on them or
Well,
whatever.
that's why, and I'm a firm believer, that's why you keep your kids in touch with your family.
Right.
So they know who's who, and slip-ups like that don't happen.
'Cause-
The chat board is lighting up. Let me get with this. Brad says, it's okay if they live in Alabama. No, it's not. Jamie says, there are some states where marriage between third cousins is legal. Oh, my gosh. Lauren Lee says, not with my cousin. Lauren Lee said, Preem would. Lauren Lee says, and trying to throw me in there like I'm Nas' son. Tiana Benton says, what if a cousin's by marriage? No, just don't do it. Stop trying to make excuses for that shit. Laura Rose says, there's a town in North Carolina where there are 3 last names in the whole freaking town. Damn. Laura Lee says, I'm hitting my cousin from marriage.
In a town called Fresh Off Your Cousin's Ass.
I recommend that you don't sleep with your cousin. It's very unhealthy and it's sick.
I think
Okay?
if they once they found out, they should both fall back. You know what I mean? Dick might
Yes.
be good, but Dick
And she didn't even care about the relationship. She said because
The dick is
that
good.
dick is good.
So
That's the only thing she was worried about.
you got one off. You got one off.
Yes,
You fucked your
Tiana,
cousin.
damn.
Well, leave it alone.
Right, you got a couple off with your cousin, but now that you know that you guys are cousins, you have to stop, put a halt to this right now.
And I bet you that ain't gonna happen.
That's probably not. They're going to keep scrolling because she said that dick is good.
She gonna keep getting that dick.
Hey,
Mhm.
that's how we end this tonight, with that dick.
Keep getting that dick. No,
No, don't get that dick.
I don't recommend it, but I'm telling you, from what I know, and I know what good dick could do, make your head pop off, man.
But not for no family. Shit.
And I hope they don't have no kids, 'cause they might have 5, 6, 7 thumbs and whatever. But
Marie Robinson said exactly. Laura Lee is falling out laughing. Lynn Omni Ish Lusby says she should have felt sick to her stomach when she found out. Forget the dick. It's more out there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. People out there giving it away and you worried about fucking your cousin. Stop it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
They're going to have to move from each other.
Kathleen said no dick is worth it. Lauren Lee says cousin PP.
Cousin PP.
Look, we're going to end this with these closing thoughts. Remember this, people. Take this with you. A toxic person only changes their victims, never themselves. Just that simple.
That's a haiku.
Yeah, just that simple.
I was ready for a deep one, but that was short.
Yeah,
sweet.
we kept it short and to the
short,
point.
sweet, and to the point.
We kept it short and to the point. Now, I'm so sorry. Cherry Moore says, y'all wilding out. Leave your family alone. Damn, don't fuck the cousin. I agree. Don't fuck the cousin. That's the moral of tonight's story. Don't fuck the cousin. Lynn Ominous Lusby says, facts. Hold up, man. Oh, shit. Kathleen said, damn straight. Lauren Lee said, don't end. You know what? We got to. I'm sorry, but
We'll be
you
back.
have to tune in with us
Come
because
back
we will
next
be
week.
back every Monday, 8 to 9. Let me wrap this up real quick. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. One of the hottest relationship podcasts in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you are in the building with the Doctor of Love, myself, John Evans, and the man to the right of me is Philly's own, Mr. Wild and Out himself, the doctor's assistant, Supreem, the resurrector. We're in a house that Toxic built, and it's time for us to wrap this out. I love y'all. And until we get together next Monday, remember, be good to each other. And Jamie, do me a favor. Play me out.
Don't fuck your cousin.